On to you Scorpios out here. So you Scorpios have the Seven of Cups, the Three of Swords, and then you Scorpios actually have the Moon card. So the situation for you Scorpios is okay. So watch, my lips gonna be burning in a second. um there's a sense of you, there's a see, sometimes it's really difficult to interpret these things and to actually explain it in a way that you want it to actually show up. There's a sense of you Scorpios actually wishing that you would have learned what you know now sooner on in your life. The reason why I'm saying that is for the first four cards, right? Which represents how you Scorpios wish that you would have known how to socialize with others in a particular kind of way, in this in more so in a way of understanding that if a person is giving you a hard time, just move forward with your life. You wish that you would have known these things so much younger, so much sooner. And if you did learn this very soon, and maybe someone did tell it to you, but they never explained it to you as to why, right? There's a lot of explanations that never actually, unfortunately, got a chance to actually come to fruition because people don't like to say why, because they like to keep knowledge hidden. Now, there's a sense of you, essentially, there's a sense of you Scorpios being in a situation where you wish that you wish that you knew how people could play games sooner so that you can be able to decipher when they're not playing games. Because the Three of Swords and the Moon represents, you know how to deal with that, but you just wish that you knew how to deal with it a lot sooner, because you Scorpios may have spent a certain amount of time trying to comfort, get someone to not feel a certain kind of way, and you Scorpios realize that that wasn't the wisest thing for you to do, because they just basically made it harder for you to get closer to them instead of you actually being able to get closer, right? And if I'm being honest, you would have liked to spend your time doing something else, because you Scorpios are looking at it like, how far along would I be if I didn't waste time trying to get to know this one and that one? And that's why the Five of Cups come into play, right? Five of Cups is because the Seven of Cups, represents getting to know multiple people. But then the Three of Swords and the Moon represents ghosting, right? Excommunicating, in the sense of when people are giving you a hard time, you know what to do now, but a few years ago you didn't know what to do, right? You were trying to comfort, and the Five of Cups represents regret. It represents wishing that you knew what to do, like I said before, a lot sooner, that you ghost. You stop speaking to people, you give them space. That's what you do, you give them space. The Knight of Wands, the King of Wands represents how, because now you Scorpios, honestly, you feel absolutely amazing, because you don't have to spend so much time feeling bad when things don't necessarily work out for you. And you're 100% right. You don't have to feel bad whatsoever. It's just that what you Scorpios needed was the knowledge. Because when the old heads are trying to put you on a long game, if you go to them, they're not going to give you they're not going to tell you what it is. The majority of them, they keep in secrets. They're going to tell you bits and pieces of it, but the bits and pieces isn't even going to make any sense because they want you to stay close to them. That's what it is. That's what it is, because they want you to keep looking up to them as opposed to you don't worship them. That's the thing. That's the thing. They want you to keep worshiping them. That's part of it anyway. So when you actually understand, oh, there is no one above me. There is nothing above me as far as a person. It's just what is above me is my own imagination. That's it. Right? The divine that I'm looking for is in me, right? Allah says that he is in the heart, right? In you. So what I'm trying to say is, right, through love and expressed through love and everything like that, right? Shout outs to the Moors. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that, so now you understand a lot better. And the star card, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles represent, boom, now that you Scorpios got that figured out, there's a sense of putting aside something or actually being able to almost like finally settle something. Finally being able to actually, like, you know what it is, you know how to handle confrontation, you know how to deal with someone being difficult with you. When someone's being difficult with you, just leave them alone. Requires no money. It requires no stress. It doesn't require a thing. Just give them distance. That's it. That's it. Right? And so now that you know that, the star card, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles represents, now you have a better understanding of how you can get to know someone a lot better. Because a person who is wasting your time, excuse me, yeah, I said it correctly. A person who's wasting your time, they're not serious. And you know that they'll be wasting your time because they always have an excuse for why things didn't necessarily work out. So you'll ask them to do something, they'll have an excuse for this. You'll ask them to do something, they'll have an excuse for that. This, that, this, that, this, infinitely. They'll always have an excuse. They'll always have a pre-prepared, an excuse. A pre-packaged excuse. Excuse constantly, forever and a day. No exceptions, right? Or they'll tell you about how it is that what they're not going to do. That they'll give you issues about what they're not going to do. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You disgust me because such and such, this happened to me, and such and such happened to my friend, and such, even though you ain't even done that, right? That's one of the ways in which you can know if somebody's wasting your time. Another way that you know that somebody's wasting your time is the lack of reciprocity. If they do not reciprocate, if you catch them, and I'm not saying that it's transactional, but if they're not giving, see, people, again, I don't know how people plan to exist in these in these deluded relationships with one another, and you're not giving the person anything that they want. The person isn't feeling fulfilled in any way, and they just expect to just, freeload off of somebody. But a lot of you Scorpios wish that you had this information. That's what I'm picking up. And that you Scorpios are still looking, but now you have knowledge on your side, which makes it a lot easier because you Scorpios have actually found someone potentially that you are getting to know, right? You've started to talk to somebody, and the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. This piggybacks off of what it is I was talking about yesterday, about how you Scorpios, you have people chasing up on after you that you don't talk to, but they very much are interested in what you've got going on because they care so much to find out about what you Scorpios got going on because they know that they messed up with you. They know that they messed up with you big time. That's the issue that they're having. But it don't matter about them, because you Scorpios, the wheel of fortune, you Scorpios have actually started to become that person where more people are starting to show you some interest. So now it's like you Scorpios are trying to figure out how to maneuver that way, how to be strategic around that. Let's get into it. Let's clarify the wheel of fortune. Ten of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Chariot, Knight of Wands, ooh, Knight of Swords, to clarify the wheel of fortune. So basically what it is this, right? You're trying to figure out what has happened, right? How come your fortune has changed for the better? The Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Chariot. You Scorpios have been putting in the good work. And this is what it is that I was talking about, how, again, with Will Smith thing and the pursuit of happiness, it had to have turned out that way. And it's a true story, but it had to have turned out that way. And I'll tell you why. Because when you study life like I have, it will turn out that way, because there would be no point to existence if everything was all bad or if everything was all good. You need a mix. So what I'm saying to you is that you Scorpios, y'all have been putting in the work. You Scorpios have been trying your hands, trying to get to know someone, right, on a romantic level, really trying to get to know them. Come on, y'all. You've been dealing with dysfunctional person after dysfunctional person after dysfunctional person. Of course you're going to get a break, because that again, there would be no point to that if you didn't get a break. Of course you're going to get a break. Of course somebody will be into you. And it's not to say that Scorpios are ugly either. You know, I've said this before and I'm saying it again, fam. I love Scorpios. I've been in relationships. I've been in a relationship with a Scorpio. It was one of the best relationships I've ever. That's too much game. Anyway, that's too much game. That's too much game for y'all. The point is, right? The point is that the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords right here speaks to how it is that you and this person seem to really like each other. And you Scorpios, I'm glad for y'all, because y'all owe, like I've been talking about, y'all owe it to yourselves to get to know each other. And it would be a shame that the two of you don't get to know each other for real, for real. Let's clarify the Lovers. The Ace of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Devil card, the Eight of Pentacles, and then you have the Hierophant. You Scorpios, actually, when it comes to this person, I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say. You Scorpios are probably thinking to yourselves, this person's going to tell me some nonsense about how it's not going to work. No. What I was going to say was the Ace of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Devil represents you're done with people giving you a hard time. This connection that you have with this person, if the two of you like each other and the two of you have found to have a similar value system, the two of you will last, because the two of you already like the way that each other looks physically. That's not the problem. The problem is opening up the heart, spiritually, of course, allowing someone to actually step through. You're saying that you want love. Okay, well, are you okay with someone coming through? Are you okay with someone stepping foot in that doorway? Because a lot of people will say that they want love, but do they really? Because when love shows up and the person is like, look, Their intentions is to get to know somebody for real, and build a real connection for real. You see a lot of people, they I was about to say something wild. They they chicken up. They get scared. Oh, oh my God. Oh. Now it's like, see, this is why these connections are so difficult to actually create, because you like this person and the person like you, but you ain't gonna actually get anything happening because you're scared in a mug, right? So the two of you have to be able to trust each other. Yes, you Scorpios are gonna have to learn to trust them. And the truth is, if I'm being transparent with you, and I am, there's no guarantee that the two of you are going to work out. But at the very minimum, you're not. What I'm trying to say is this: at the very least, you're not sabotaging your best chances at actually getting to know somebody. When you spiritually are closed off to being with somebody, but you claim that you want to be in a relationship, pick a side. Words and actions, pick a side. And then what that does is you will get people to be attracted to you, but the relationship won't last, because the two people, or maybe even one person of the two, they don't spiritually have their heart open. They're not open. They're not ready for that. So what I'm saying is that the two of you can make it work, but the two of you have to be able to actually let each other in and trust each other. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K subscribers. It is a difficult journey, right? People telling me to stay patient. I will most definitely stay patient, but I'm also going to give a call to action. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.